What's up, Cancer? Welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless reading for you, and we're going to be covering both career and love, the two big ones. So we'll start with our mudra deck. This is not only a verbal prayer and affirmation, but there's also a physical gesture that you can do with it. And then we'll go get into tarot. But if you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like everybody else to pray for you, Cancers and cross watchers alike, that's what we do here. We just try to lift ourselves up, lift you up. Say hi in the comments section, even leaving a little emoji, that works too. It just leaves us something that we can focus on that represents your energy. All right, guys. So we start with transformation. That is your message of the day. The art of change. And this is how you do the hand gesture. You put your thumbs together like this, and you simply cup one hand in the next. Actually, it's like this. No, it's like this. Look at my crappy Band-Aid. Look at that. Chopping onions. What a shame. Anyway, so yeah, cup your hands, touch your thumbs. Transformation. This is your affirmation. I am so clever and ingenious that I can use any situation to my advantage, and I make sure that the greatest good for all comes of it. This mudra refreshes the spirit, and it gives harmony, balance, and equanimity. Make sure your arms are horizontal and keep your hands up as high as your throat. Okay, so like this. Okay, that or that. You know what? Do whatever makes you feel good, okay, Cancer? Break the rules. All right, so next up, we're not to tarot yet. Hold your horses. We need another message. We only take the cards that fly out. They have to choose you. And with tarot, and you got two now. With tarot, if they fly out in reverse, that's how we read them because we respect where they lie. Okay, for your number one, this is how it goes. I shine my light outwards for all to see. Right on, that's got star card all over it. Empress energy. And then number two, I accept renewal and delight in fresh starts. Awesome. I feel like I need another shot of coffee for your reading. I feel like I'm not matching the frequency. The frequency is higher. Maybe I didn't have enough coffee. This is going good places. I have a good feeling. Yeah, now I can feel it. I'm starting to match the frequency. It's lifting me up. You're lifting me up. I was a little blue whale energy. Very calm this morning. Very calm. All right, Cancers. What's coming towards Cancer and money? Transformation. So we did have transformation as your first message, okay? We just got temperance out. This is great to see in money oftentimes because this is leveling up, right? This is chrysalis, alchemy, this is rebalancing, and often patience is included. So money, money, money. This is going to be an extended today. We're going to go deep dive into things. So if you'd like to get more details, go deeper with the advice, especially the advice, that link will be below in the description box. And all right, we have lots of major arcana. Temperance, we have the world opening up to you, new possibilities, closing an old chapter, an old cycle in your work and in your money. So this also could include travel, new opportunities coming from distances. And I'm telling you, it's going to be opportunity because we have Ace of Rods. This is fiery, this is enthusiasm. There's usually action required with this. It's important though to remind you about this particular ace. All the aces are like this, but this one especially, I always compare it to like when you strike a match against the striker and that bloom of flame. It's so powerful, actually. It has the potential to burn down a house, but it also could just smoke out if you don't feed it. So if you don't give this fuel, this is your match. This is your bloom of energy, pop. And if you don't feed it, then it will go out. But this opportunity is coming to you after you've closed an old chapter and you're opening up a new one in a very delightful way, in a really positive note. And there's very much, I want to get another card out here on the temperance, because this is that transformation. Patience has been key here. What is this transformation for my Cancers? Wow. Oh, fascinating, you guys. Holy crap, that's really interesting. Okay, so I'm asking, what the heck is this temperance? What is this transformation all about? Big picture, the Empress came out upside down. This is a sense of not having enough. It's the opposite of abundance, right? Feeling like, man, whatever I touch turns to crap. But here's your twist. Not only are you completely transforming from that place, but you are turning into the emperor. So the emperor is take control, authority, leads by example. This is being your own boss. This is effortless authority. It's not authoritarian. It's like, it's a very good leader too. But also the Hermit card came out with him. And the Hermit talks about a deeper, wiser voice leading things. So it says to me, you've got this deeper drive, intuition, voice leading you, pushing you forward. It's almost like when you speak and when you do things around your money and your career, the way you're operating is totally leveled up. So what's interesting is it almost feels like you skipped a few steps, like you got promoted quickly. From a place where you were probably sick and tired of not feeling like you had enough. I'm just assuming that came along with the Empress. Not maybe feeling seen, or some of that could have felt like, not even getting the respect you wanted. And so I think this made you reassess things, come up with a plan. A lot of you guys have been thinking outside of the box, because the Two of Rods is not leaving the harbor yet on this big journey, but you're about to. You have conjured this up, and kind of strategically. This is like pen on paper, pros and cons list, because you first had to address what was not working. And stop everything for a second, by the way. Human beings, we will slip behind a veil of denial so easily, especially when it comes with to our money and our love, right? We want to slip behind that veil, and we can dive into distractions or our favorite TV shows or whatever, then face the music, to face, hey, this doesn't feel right, doesn't feel like it's working out. And you did that. This is why all of this transformation has happened. And so pen to paper or not, making these plans, you've ignited another voice here. This is like being your own boss. I'm going to give you an example. I moved to Nashville years ago, and I had the hardest time finding a stable place to live for some reason. Turns out that's actually just kind of a common thing at the time for Nashville. It was just hard to find a rental, a place to lease for very long. And it's a lot of coming and going in that place. And I wasn't thinking big enough. I had to freaking buy a house, to have my stability. And I mean, that is not an easy thing to do. There was a lot that went into that. But it was crazy to me that the solution was not to think smaller. It was to think, whoa, way bigger. Buy your own fucking house. Be your own landlord. So this is what that is. So you all have something different. If you're still with me, then this is resonating for some damn reason. And some of you guys are wondering that. For some damn reason I'm still with her, but and for some of you guys, it's probably really obvious. But this is think bigger. Pen to paper or not, you get to kind of that planning stage. You assess what's going on, and you're like, no, this is messed up. I'm being too small. No, I need to take control. And that's what you do. And there's a deeper, wiser voice. The wisdom of the Hermit is leading you. Okay, let's move on. The World card. That's so cool. That's so exciting, Cancer. All right, the World card. My nose is itching. All right, that came out with the Hangman and the Four of Swords. You got a lot of quiet, meditative, contemplative, connect to source type of energy here. The Four of Swords, this guy lying on his coffin, in gratitude that he didn't die at battle, he got to come home. That used to be actually tradition. They used to get together their coffin, so to speak, before they go off to battle. And then if they actually lived, they'd come back, spend the first night on their coffin in gratitude and prayer. They being very vague, I'm using the word they. Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is this Piscean energy. It talks about slow patience. Something's been brewing. I think that this is, when this comes around, this World card, it's almost something that it's definitely something that you are intentionally going into. It's something that you're manifesting. but it doesn't have the magician quality of what is this Judgment card. I think this is why it doesn't have the magician quality. This isn't just all of a sudden materializing in a dream or something. This is something that you thought about. This is something that has always kind of been in the corner. But just like buying a house was always an option for me, but I didn't even really take it seriously, right? Until I freaking did. Because it's finally, you look over at that corner and you're like, I haven't done that yet. I haven't gone bigger. That's the Judgment card. But the thing with Judgment card is when they, these people, it's traditionally depicted by these people rising out of their graves, answering the trumpet call of this angel, right? But when they do that, it's like there's a revival, right? There's a resurrection of spirit, resurrection of growth, career, money, because that's what this reading is really about. But you never go back. So this is changing things in your life to a degree, taking control of things. Maybe you're starting your own business. Maybe you're going off somehow with your own authority. You're developing something in your business side where, and again, travel might have something to do with it. You got 2 travel cards here, where you don't get to go back. And maybe that'll be a lot of relief that you'll hear that from. So you're drawing to you an opportunity. Let's find out about this. Ace of Rods. Oh, lovers. Now this could be a business partner, but it's harmony. It's harmonious. You're drawing somebody possibly to you. King of Rods. It looks like you are drawing the visionary. Now this could be you embracing this energy too, but King of Rods is the visionary, is somebody who has their own weather system. People like to follow them. They believe in their ideas. They believe in their goals. And there's a lot of confidence. They come with a lot of energy too. They like to get things done. What's this Death card? Devil card. Ooh. Oh, I got to get more out on that. Let's get a new deck. What is this for our Cancers? This is major. Cancer, what is that? It feels like you're putting to an end a naivety, waiting around for a miracle to happen, waiting around for approval, Hierophant with the 5 of Swords, waiting around in indecision. It creates an indecision. It creates fear. So it drums up fear. You trigger that fear by what you choose to wait around for. If you choose to wait around for somebody else or something else to agree with you, maybe that's within a contract, whether it's within an organization of people. If you wait around for Page of Cups upside down, that to develop, you're just going to be in this place of indecision because it's drummed up fear. Well, the Devil card is a pattern of behavior that doesn't serve you. It can be a cycle or a pattern or an addiction, right? And the Death card, I would say this is making a very certain end of things by way of your communication. I think that you're drawing to you an opportunity that you've pulled into you. Not because you just dreamt of it someday. It's actually been something that's always been there. And maybe it was even haunting you a little bit. And finally, when you turned and faced it and decided to go bigger, these things start happening. And action and communication are going to be on the heels of this Ace of Rods, this potential. This is going to be a project. This is about action, like I said, action, communication. This is about doing, like sticking to your word, and breaking through any patterns of approval or waiting around that you might have previously been stuck in. We've got that Knight of Swords rushing towards you too. So this is quick communication, which is why it was brought up. All right, you guys, we're going to put these aside. We're going to get into love. We're going to get right back into both love and money in the extended. So I'm going to keep them right here as they sit because I'll need to refer back to them. So I'm sorry, it's going to be a mess to all my clean freaks, my tidy folks out there. I apologize. We're going to just pretend that's not happening, okay? All right, Cancer. I don't want this one. Yes, I do. I want a fresh deck. They look very similar. All right, love for Cancer. Love, love, love. Oh, love. Okay. One more. Cancer. Love. Sorry if that's loud. Cancer, love. Healing. Oh, who am I talking to right now? So maybe you've been a little protective of yourself. Maybe you've been in your little crab shell, trying to hunker down and make sure that you stay safe. But you're in this protective but healing period. Who is this? Yikes. You got somebody coming through your reading. This is great. The Strength card. Okay. You're choosing to be happy despite this person. You're choosing to move on. You've got somebody in the sidelines who seems pretty destructive. They seem like they could be pretty selfish. They are not attached at all to, remember how I talked to you about this hermit over here in your career reading? And about how it was attached to the Emperor who came out. I was like, there's this wise voice, you're connecting to source. This person is not at all connected to that. They, in fact, got the hermit, but upside down. So they're detached from something actually spiritually. And that could be, all of you guys are going through different things. There could be different reasons, but this person, it's leading them to be destructive with their behavior. They could be just a real big jerk. And domineering, controlling, maybe a little manipulative. And that's as a result of being disconnected to something deeper, intuition and wisdom. They don't know how to make their own safety. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, despite that, who's this leaving? You might have lost some money to this person. Ace of Pentacles. But there's Strength card coming out here and 9 of Cups. So I think that, all right. So I'm going to get back right into you very soon because there's all this really cool, you're being both protective, but you're healing. So I keep on thinking about that, Cancer is the sign of the crab, and I keep on thinking about that protective shell because the inside of that crab is so tender. But whereas maybe Pisces, their protective move is to swim away. That's what they're kind of famous for, stereotypically. And the Scorpio, the other water baby, is famous for their sting. Cancer has got its shell. It makes me want to kind of cry right now and give you a hug. And it gave me shivers. So you're very Cancerian right now. You know what to do. You keep doing you. And we're going to get back into that for a second. But I want to tell you about this person just for a second. That there's money involved, I think. And that we do have the Death card. So maybe they were trying to get money from you. I say this because we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. But you've got leaving this behind. You've the Strength card. We've got the 9 of Cups, which is very satisfied with one's actions in the face of this. And we have the Death card. So this is literally somebody who is just fading off into the distance of your life. So now focusing on you, I'm going to get a fresh deck, brand new deck of cards. And let's unpack where you're going with love. I want to know where you're going because we got a beautiful 6 of Swords is a beautiful healing card. Some of you guys are getting involved with a group of healing or a 12-step group for some of you, even a therapy of some sort, besides tarot, of course. Yeah, you're getting reattached. You're doing the opposite of them, boo. You're focusing on you. You're getting reattached to source, to your intuition, You might be getting more into spiritual practices. Some of you guys might be new to tarot, you know, and you're just giving it a try. Whereas maybe before it would just seem boulder dash. But you're playing around with some different things. You're open to different approaches. What's this Knight of Cups? What's this Knight of Cups? You might be connecting to somebody. I think it's a little early for a lot of the Cancers I'm talking to jump into a relationship right now, just from the spread that's coming out. But I think you're focused on stability and all things stability, emotional stability, money, getting your money stability. And I say that because we have the Page of Pentacles again and the Queen of Pentacles upside down. So the Queen of Pentacles really loves to be upright, because when she's upright, she, he, they, it does not matter gender, but she can like use her money to nurture. She's a very practical nurturer. She's kind of like got a mothering energy. But when she's upside down, something needs attention. So this is really about rebalancing. And it's, I think you might be in a place of growth and strategy and rebalancing with focus on maybe even more on your spiritual side a little bit more. You know, honoring these emotions that lie underneath so deep underneath that sometimes it's like one of those rivers in the caves. Like it's like a little, anyway, I don't want to go off on that. I can't find the words, but yeah, so you're realizing that so much, it affects so much on the surface, and you want to get to know that a little bit better. You want to get reconnected to that. And so anyway, amidst all that, I kind of went off on a tangent. Sorry about that. You have an energy coming towards you. Very easily could be a soft, gentle, maybe creative type, a sensitive type. Somebody who might even be a distance from you. Who's this person for my Cancers? Who's this person to my Cancers? I get the feeling that you know this person, actually. You know this person. They could be close to you. I think they're showing you support. Maybe previously, maybe your history with them has been one where they had opinions and they almost kind of, they'd kind of sculpt out what they saw for you. Listen, you could do much better. Or listen, it almost has a fatherly vibe to it, funny enough. But we have a lot of love coming towards you. I think this person wants to show you support. They want to show you support. The Hierophant flew out. So this is the card of institutions and commitments and gatherings of people underneath the same belief system. But what is that for? What is this? Collaboration. This has got a group feeling to it. So either a group therapy or this is a support system that's coming forward. Somebody who might even be offering a support system, who might be like, hey, I might have mentioned it before, but I think now is a really good time to take me up on that offer to come into the meditation group or to church or to our Thursday night sip wine and paint on canvases class. Whatever it is they do. What is it? Sip and drip? Sip and paint? Obviously I've not been to one. You know what I'm talking about? They look fun. We've got the Two of Cups. This is, I usually call this a soulmate card. Some of you guys, this is going to be a marriage. I know it's way out there compared to what I just said, but the Hierophant does represent institutions like marriage. And this is like, I almost feel like it's not an actual marriage that's happening right now, though. I feel like it could be an ex even being like, but like truly kind of coming to support you and not wanting to necessarily like drum up a lot of romance. More about like, hey, well, we know that our stuff is water under the bridge. If you need to reach out, if you need to talk to anybody, you know, I got your back type of thing. Interesting. I'm going to go on to the extended. This has really been a long reading. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you want to join me to the extended, that's going to be in the description box below in a link. And take good care, you guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.